All right, hi guys. We are going to practice drawing 1-point perspective forms today. You can do this on a blank sheet of copy paper or in the back of your workbook, but please do not do it on lined paper because it will get you a little confused. So what you need today is a writing utensil, pencil preferably. You might need an eraser, and you need some type of straight edge. So preferably a ruler because it's, you know, nice and perfectly straight. But if you don't have a ruler laying around the house, you can use a nice straight cardboard edge, obviously that is straight on purpose. Or, you know, the edge of a book or something thin. Try not to use like a big thick book because it will be hard to maneuver around your paper. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to draw our horizon line, which, you know, you don't have to measure. If you want it to be perfectly in the center, you can measure the distance here and line them up, but for this activity, we are just going to guesstimate of our horizon line. So in real life, this would be where the sky meets the land. Then because we're doing 1-point perspective, we are going to put a dot on the line anywhere you please. It could be in the center, it could be off to the side. It's really completely up to you. So I'm gonna put it in the center just for the sake of space. And this is my vanishing point. This is my horizon line. Okay, you need to know these terms, so make sure you pay attention. Now you are going to be doing 5 forms. Okay, so as you learned in the video, all of our shapes are going to be pointing towards our vanishing point in order to make them look like they are 3-dimensional. So you have to do 5 different shapes. So maybe I do a square, and I'm gonna lay all my shapes out first, and then I will do the lines. Triangle. I'm gonna put a circle that goes on the vanishing, or I'm sorry, on the horizon line. Maybe I do a long rectangle over here. And then, I don't know, some type of weird other shape right here. Okay, so you need 5 of them, and look how I kind of filled the space. All right, I didn't squeeze them all in one corner or make them super tiny. So we have our shapes that we're gonna turn into form using 1-point perspective. So what you're gonna be doing is you're going to be pulling lines from each corner of the shape. However, you are not pulling a line if it crosses through the shape because we want these to be full forms. We don't want them to be see-through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my ruler and my pencil on the corner of this square here. I'm going to put my ruler right on that corner there, and I'm going to point it to the vanishing point. I'm going to bring my line down and just kind of give a little guesstimate of where I want to stop. It can be thick, it can be thin, but if you go all the way, you're going to end up doing a lot of erasing. So that's one line. I'm going to go to the next corner, put my pencil there, put my ruler on my pencil, hear it knocking, okay, and laying it back up to my vanishing point. And pull it down about the same length as the other one. My ruler is kind of see-through, so it's helpful. I can kind of see the lines going through it. If you don't have a see-through one, that's fine. Just, you know, pay attention. Then I'm going to come over here to this corner. My pencil is on the corner, my ruler's on the corner, and I'm pointing to the vanishing point. And I'm going to pull my pencil down. I will not go through this corner because then I would be slashing right through the front of the shape, and I don't want to do that. I want to leave it as a solid shape. So then to make the sides are parallel to your actual shape. So I have a straight line here. I'm going to hold my ruler on this line, and I'm just going to slide it over to the thickness that I want my shape to be and make a straight line. I'm going to come over to this edge of the square, and now I'm going to slide it down straight. I'm not twisting at all. It's parallel. So a very slow slide down till I meet this corner, and I come straight across. Then you might have these little tails going on, so you erase the tails. Okay, so now we have a form that is in 3 dimensions and it's in 1 point perspective. And you're gonna go around and do this for all of your different forms. So pencil on the corner, point to the vanishing point. Pencil on this corner, point to the vanishing point. Pencil on this corner, point to the vanishing point. Take your ruler, slide it down, parallel. Take your ruler on this edge, slide it down till it meets your other line, pull it down like that. Erase the little tails. Oh, that's a bad eraser, must be old. Okay, 2 forms. We'll go through and do all of these. Now, sometimes you might only have 2 corners that go across up to the line. Maybe you have more. Maybe you have a star shape and you have a lot of corners and what are these, like edges that have to meet the line. So for this triangle here, I'm not going to go through this back one because it would slice right through it. So I'm putting my pencil down at this corner, pointing to the dot, making my straight line. You need to use a straight edge. So if you do not have a ruler, do not try to wing this. Just find something, even another piece of paper, thick paper, folded so you have a nice crease or something that will keep it nice and straight. And then I put my ruler there on the edge of my triangle and slide it back to however big I want my triangle to be. And erase the tails. And once you get good at this, you know, you're not going to probably make the tails anymore, so you don't have to erase them all. Clean this paper off. Okay, now I have my long rectangle. And again, this one, it almost does have a little tiny bit of a side right here that's showing because I didn't make that line too straight. So I have a little tiny edge there. I'm at this corner. I'm at this corner. So you can see, like, this is super slanted, right? And this one's almost straight. So you really need to make sure that you're paying attention. I hold my ruler on the edge there and I just slide it straight up, come across. And then this one is really tricky because I kind of did a curve. I didn't use my ruler, but it basically just goes like that. Erase the tails. Okay, and then the circle is a little tricky for 1 point perspective. I had a worksheet for this one, but obviously I didn't include it in your book, so we're just kind of recreating it. What you do is you go from the outer edge of the circle and kind of make a line wherever your circle may be. And this one is on the horizon line, so it's just kind of in this sideways perspective here. And then since this is a curve, we're really making a cylinder. You just kind of want to mimic that curve. So you're going to have to freehand it, obviously, because it's a curve, so your ruler is not going to work. And then you would just erase up the horizon line, because this is a solid form that we're making. And now you kind of have a cylinder in 1 point perspective. So again, you need 5 forms. You start with your horizon line, you make a vanishing point, and then you draw your shapes. Whatever 5 shapes you want to do, and then each corner, as long as it is not intersecting the shape, gets pulled down to the vanishing point. So if you don't remember, please restart this video and follow along with the steps. Then the last thing you're going to do is write your name really big in the middle so I know that you did it. All right, guys.